Live from the studio of his parents' basement, the Have You Seen It podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight. Sitting across me is the one and only Cash Krause. But before we begin, if you guys can please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. So with that said, Cash, what are we reacting to today?
Oh, Mason, a big episode of Rings of Power, our TV Tuesday that we're doing currently. Loving it so far. Even more than prior that I thought so. Even this third episode is really kind of sealing the deal for me. We're getting a lot more orcs.
Yep.
A lot more Harefoots. We get some more of their brutal society they live in.
You know, I was a fan at first, but now that I'm starting to learn more about Harfoot history, kind of jerks.
Very harsh.
Yeah, very harsh.
Very harsh.
And they kind of joke around about leaving people behind in this episode. I'm like, come on, guys.
With so many people doing it, you got to.
I know.
You got to laugh or you're
we'll
crying.
wait for you. I'm like, geez, that's brutal.
I know. He's like, on the other side. They're gone.
Just no one helping each other. I'm like, this is a terrible society to live in.
Oh, don't turn around.
Yeah, don't turn around. I'm like, no wonder Eleanor wants to
leave
get
him on the ground. Oh my God, it's
crazy.
Brutal.
Yeah.
We get a lot that we get our final new culture. It's the Numenor island, the Numenorians.
Yes.
Which are an ancient race of man. That's where Aragorn, that's where his people are from. They eventually found Gondor. But, yeah, they live on an island.
That tree's been there for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
That white tree, man. It's
Well,
iconic.
That comes from the Tree of Lights that we saw in the first one. That Morgoth destroyed, but they had their seeds. And they plant that tree at Gondor as well. They have one there, too, as well. Yeah. That's the tree that he flings himself off of.
Yeah. Jumps off. He's flamed.
While the battle's going on, everyone's like,
pretty
who
metal.
gives a shit?
Yeah, they're like, who cares if this
we got more things happening.
delusional man jumps off.
Love that. But yeah, the Numenorians, they're an ancient race. They were gifted long life. They can live around 400 years. Mm-hmm. And that's why Aragorn can live so long. But it was awesome, though. Going to their island that we've, again, never seen this place at all on any kind of medium as well. It's fucking cool. It's like every culture is a little different, like taken from someone. And this one, there's like ancient Greece kind of style. They're all kind of wearing togas and stuff. It's fucking amazing.
Cool.
I love it. But yeah, that's where Gadriel and Halbrand, and we get a little more Halbrand.
Yeah, we get a little backstory behind Halbrand.
And this guy is like Jason Bourne.
He is very mysterious.
Yeah.
Don't quite sure know
Ends
who
up
he is.
killing 6 men very quickly.
Well, and he almost is like, you don't want to see me when I'm angry.
Oh, yeah.
And then he finally does get angry.
Oh, exactly. He's something snapped it. He's a secret. He's a sleeper cell.
And you know what? Props to Prime Video for this. Dude.
That's what I love. A lot of
broken
blood.
bones.
Yeah.
It was so nice, dude, because like I was thinking as soon as that fight scene started, I was like, okay, no blood on the walls.
Brutal.
And it's brutal,
That's
dude.
what makes it feel way more like
authentic
and way more like Peter Jackson's.
Yeah.
Where like those battle scenes are brutal. They're like medieval battle scenes. You know, people are getting sliced. It's mostly orcs that we see getting chopped up.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
we do. Yeah, in the
but
Peter
this
Jackson
one, yeah,
stuff.
and a guy gets his throat slit in this one as well. Not as enough blood.
Okay,
for
not
me.
no. That one was corny. That,
But
bugged
for all we
me.
know, elves, they're so elegant. Maybe
That they don't
just
bleed much.
spray
Yeah.
blood or something.
That is true. Different race.
It's just the life force kind of leaving them. But everything they do is cool. I mean, nothing. I'm sure them taking shits is beautiful.
Oh, that probably is. Probably doesn't smell too bad either.
Like roses.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, so because we know Gadriel, they were picked up by Elendil, who is Isildur's father, and Isildur from the Fellowship of the Ring. He teams up with Elrond. They have the ring. They cut his finger off from Sauron, and he refuses to throw it into the fires. He was at the front door.
Crazy. All of this could have been averted.
Well, that's after this, but
I know,
the new movies could have been. It would have been over right there, and then he gets a couple arrows in his back. Spoiler alert!
Yeah, he does. Spoiler if you have not seen the original trilogy.
But yeah, he ends up teaming up with Elrond, but he's just a little shit in this.
Yeah, he is.
They got some trials, some shipping trials going on. It's weird. They love shipping the Numenors, but they don't go very many places.
No, and they do not have a good relationship, I'd say, with the elves at this point.
No.
Yeah.
They see one elf and they think, end times.
Yeah.
Bad omen, right? Because they lock Galadriel up.
Which I do feel bad for Galadriel because it's like everywhere she goes, people are like, bad omen, shipwreck, bad omen. Gets brought to the islands, bad omen.
A lot of bad omens, though.
Well, she kind of is. Yeah, I guess so. So you got to call a spade a spade.
Has anyone been wrong so far? But I am loving the actress playing Galadriel, Morfydd Clark. She's great in this. She's a little snarky in this episode.
Yeah.
You can tell it's still a young Galadriel, even though she's thousands of years old. Because in this episode, it's very weird. She's been to Numenor before, but she's never seen it like that. She was there 1,000 years ago. Because when they go to the Hall of Lores or whatever, she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that guy, and he was the guy who founded the city, 1,000 years ago or whatever." So it's the whole elf dynamic is so strange.
It's so weird because for me, I think she does a phenomenal job in this show, but I've been listening to some movie podcasts and stuff and like culture podcasts, and a few hosts of those shows do not like her at all. And it's very confusing for me because I'm like, I think she's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I think everyone is comparing her to Kate Blanchett, obviously.
Yeah, but you can't do that. This is an elf thousands of years before, and you're obviously not getting Kate Blanchett, so get over it.
Yeah, exactly. Kate Blanchett would have never... Kate Blanchett's Galadriel would have known how to talk to these Numenorians, where she has no idea. She gets her ass thrown into jail because she's
bad-mouthing them.
Yeah, she immediately goes in there demanding a ship, and she immediately says, which they did not like, was like, elves gave you this island.
They're glad. No, we got it with our blood, sweat, and tears, lady.
Yeah, they actually did. They fought in a war for it. A lot of them had to die. But
it's a little disrespectful.
She's kind of a bitch in this one.
Yeah, a little insulting to the queen.
But super cool when she's like jumping around up top, like on the rooftops and stuff to get away. And there is this overly cinematic horse ride scene that when her and Eldrin are riding to the Hall of Lores or whatever, and it's super slow-mo. The light is hitting off. It's
you're gonna have to have that though because the original trilogy kind of had some very beautiful.
Not even that, but if you read Ian J.R. Tolkien, I mean, he would have spent 18 chapters describing that horse ride.
Probably.
I mean, he would have described what the temperature of the day was, where the sun was at,
the angle of reflection upon thine face,
what kind of horse that was, some kind of stuff. And there'd be a whole lore behind the horse's family.
The lineage. The horse line
that
lineage.
Horse's grandpa's grandpa once rode with. It'd be a big fucking line. Yeah. So I don't mind those scenes. Because you're absolutely right. In the original trilogy, there are the scenes, especially when they're riding to battle. It's like very... And if they're shot well done, they're always beautiful, and I don't mind them at all. Yeah. But yeah, so we get a lot of that. We get the other elf guy. What's his name?
Aldrin, what is it? Arondir. Arondir.
Yes, and he's got. This is the coolest. This is the best part of my episode where he's become a slave. The last thing we saw, he was being pulled through the tree. A lot of hands,
which was actually a very surprising turn of events. I did not see this going down this way. That the orcs are actually kidnapping like the village people,
everyone,
and anyone that they can, and they're turning them into slaves to work for them. I actually like that.
Not even that, but the reason no one's heard of it is they have like thousands of miles of tunnels. And it's cool. They show it from the outside too, and they have like perfect like camouflage tints over it. You can't tell at all from but they've been tunneling from town to town. Once they get into the town, they overtake it, take a bunch of slaves, but that is how they're taking over, and that's how they've become. And there's a lot of them at this point.
Yeah, there are.
And they're all shouting a little name, Ardar. Which is not good. Yeah. Orc shouting.
I wonder who Adar is, though. I mean, it's got to be Sauron.
It shows him. Him at the very end. Yeah. He's got the Sauron hand. They say bring him to Ardar. It's a dude.
So I'm confused as to that because I'm not so much into the lore as you. But like, is this the Elven name for Sauron? There's Adar?
Many names.
Many names for Sauron. Yeah.
There's many names for Morgoth. He also goes by Melkor. There's many. Orcs have a different name. Orcs will have a different name for him. Elves will have a different name for him.
Okay.
Hobbits will call him something stupid like Big Man or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it is, man. That's how the fucking lore is for everything. It's and they kind of explain it a little bit in this, where they're like, Ardar must mean Sauron once they figure out that the Southlands end up being Mordor. That's what that's what the symbol was it was the shape of the Southlands, which is going to be Mordor. We know now. We know where Mordor is at. We have maps.
And that again, you did bring it up in episode 1 or 2, but I really do love that. I'm just going to reiterate what you said. I love the fact that they transition on the maps to show you the location. It's nice.
Stick with me.
Really, it helps me kind of break down and dissect. Okay, where are we in this timeline? Where are we on this continent? So I like it.
Yeah, where is everyone at? In coordination with everything that's going on. It is very nice. But yeah, that's where it shows. It shows Southland and like where they're going tunnel wise. The orcs look so fucking good in this, dude. The practical effects, the makeup is phenomenal.
It's incredible.
Just the way their mouth can move with with such so many facial features,
And menacing too.
Yeah.
Those red eyes. I love the red eyes of some of them, man. They look like demons.
Oh, I love when they're
straight up.
When they're getting their asses kicked, they all turn around and they go, "Release the wog." And they just take.
I was like, this is not going to end well.
And then they release it, and you can see him in the background just watching that thing. And that thing tears through. That was a pretty cool scene.
It was. And again, props to Prime. It was gory.
Yeah.
The thing was ripping the intestines out of these poor people.
You can't bring too many elves together. They start scheming. Those schemish elves.
Scheming elves, man. Been around thousands of years.
Yeah. Not only that, super athletes. They need very little to jump on. But yeah, they're scheming to get out of there because they need, because no one knows about these orcs. They need one guy to go out and tell the rest of the elves, and they're going to bring an army and fucking wipe these guys off the planet again. Oh, yeah. One elf to go out there to tell them. But so this big plan ensues, and they end up trying to riot or whatever, but they release this wolf thing that just tears through these guys. It's brutal.
It is brutal.
The really cool scene was when he offered him the water. When he's like, "Oh, you guys," he's like, "Oh, you're so brave. You earned a water break."
It was so awkward too, and I was like, "I know something is coming."
There's never been a nice orc in history.
And they're all like, "Yeah, take it," and like smiling. I'm like, "Dude, whenever an orc smiles at you, it's probably not a good idea."
Yeah,
don't drink.
One guy takes it, and of course the guy who had nothing to do. I don't think he was planning anything.
No, he was. He was an innocent bystander.
No, he was like the fourth guy to get the water.
Yeah, the last guy.
So 3 guys did just get
a free water break, but then they paid with it with his life.
I don't know if they paid for it really, but
well, I meant he paid for it with his own life.
He paid for it for them.
Yeah.
But that was cool, man. I did not see that coming out, but that's. Yeah, the orcs are fucking scary, and they're keeping with that. They are fucking terrifying for sure. And they all look so cool. They all look so different.
Yeah, unique.
There's a fat one. There's always a fat one. It's so cool.
And some scrawny little wiry.
Some of them have whips.
Too.
But when they call Adar, when he's walking down the tunnels, and they all have the skulls on or whatever, that looks so cool.
It is cool. And then I love the body language when he walks in, because they're all like hunched over, like like very
they
submissive.
curl like roaches too. Yeah,
they're like very submissive, and it just gives
he's
kind of
Big Daddy.
He is Big Daddy.
Yeah,
he wants
to respect, but really they want his punishment. They love it.
Do.
They love when Big Daddy punishes.
Punish me, Daddy.
Oh no!
It's Adar.
Not the whips again.
Yeah, no.
Oh, those little freaks, dude.
They're freaks, bro. Those orcs, let me tell you, they are freaky.
And horny. Horny as all.
Oh man, you don't want to be a slave with the orcs.
You wonder why, they can breed very fast. They go from thinking there's 0 orcs to we got a real orc problem.
Yeah, well, the rats, they breed like them.
They're tunneling like rats too.
Yeah.
I really liked it, man. I thought it was super fucking cool. But basically what ends up being, Gadriel kind of finds out, and Elendil, that the Southland, but Numenors, they don't want anything to do with it.
No.
They say, fuck those guys.
Yeah, we don't care.
We're pretty good on our island. So that's pretty much where they're at. But of course, Gadriel, the whole thing is she wants to go back to Middle Earth, which is going to be a big surprise to the elf colony.
Not to be happy about it.
Not in Valinor.
Can we send you to heaven? Can we send you to elf heaven?
There's not a return ticket.
There really isn't.
It's not a round
now
trip.
You're going to have to stay.
Now you're fucking stuck here. This place sucks.
Yeah.
But we didn't get any more Elrond. We didn't get any more dwarves. I'm guessing the next one, we're going to get more dwarves. But we got to talk a little bit about the Harefoots.
Yeah.
we teased it a little bit. Brutal upbringing, these guys. Not as fun and free caring.
No, kind of, just kind of absolute jerks and really selfish.
Yeah.
Just really selfish people.
Oh,
Or dwarfs.
absolutely.
Yeah, or not dwarves, hobbits.
They have this whole ceremony where it's pretty much a roast.
It's a roast.
Of everyone. Well, to be fair, they're sad.
Kind of. They're like, oh, Harbin, you broke your leg on the path and we had to leave you.
Well, to be fair, the people that were like their family members died are sad. Everyone else
is like,
having a good time.
we'll be waiting for you.
There's a girl in front.
Well, yeah, because it was her family member. Everyone else is all drinking, having a good time.
It was funny though, because the fucking dwarves, they die in the most adorable ways.
It's so cute.
Landslides, bees.
Yeah, that one wasn't too smart.
Yeah, but the most cruel thing is they migrate constantly.
They do.
They migrate constantly, and they have this crazy philosophy that anyone left behind, you can't help. You just gotta keep going. Because they even have a song where it was like, left behind, keep going. Left behind, keep going, or whatever. It's
horrible.
Brutal. And,
yeah.
and the pretty much, you don't get this in the Shire. They're a little more civilized.
Yeah, I would say so.
But the dad of the main little Hobbit girl,
Eleanor,
he obviously snapped his ankle from mysterious reasons.
Wonder.
They give him a death sentence.
They do. They say back of the line.
They're like, you can go in the caravan. And they're like, oh, thank God we can go in the caravan. But back of the line. And he means back.
He does.
Not middle back.
Luckily, this mysterious wizard man is like, oh, I'll help. And they're like, well, we're going to die out here, so come on with us.
Oh, and you know what I'd be doing? They leave me behind. I'm riding on Mysterious Man's shoulders. I'm taking over. I'm snapping necks.
And
Guess who's in charge now of Hobbitville?
It's me.
Me and
Is anyone taller than me now?
Nope. Who's being left behind?
Yeah.
I'd be snapping ankles left and right, and then be like, oh, now you walk.
Now you walk.
Now you, yeah.
See how you like it.
Yeah. Because they are assholes.
They really are.
Little tiny assholes.
Little turds,
sure.
man.
And at this point, I'm hoping that guy is Sauron. So he can
obliterate everyone.
Kill these guys. But yeah, who knows? Now this guy's kind of good. Now we think we have the real
Sauron. Yeah, because he showed up.
So who's Meteor Man?
Probably. I hope they don't go with the Gandalf thing, but they might.
I hope not either.
They might.
Because so far everyone...
Or it could just be a different wizard entirely.
Yeah, but all those came really early too. But so far, and all those are kind of documented as well too. But so far, everyone has been like a real character. I think they introduced one brand new character in this one that was part of the Numenors, but everyone has been a character from the books or the Silmarillion or stuff like that. Yeah. So everything has been pretty true to the books, but it's gonna be a big surprise. I mean, at this point, I'm thinking he's got to be good now. I'm totally flipping, but for this guy to be bad, I mean, he would have to kill these hobbits.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a bloodbath of hobbits.
If he does kill them, I want him to slaughter them. Okay, I want them to be dismembered.
Well, leave the Brandyfoots alone. They did nothing. Although he did maybe snap one of their ankles.
I think he might.
Out of a rage. He can't control that.
Can't control those powers. He's killing fireflies.
Oh, not even that. He damn near burned down the village.
He did.
He's like a giant child. Yeah. You got to reel him in. But yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Adar.
The very last thing is they're bringing a Randor to Adar, who's in the tunnels there.
Yeah, he is
doing a little tunnel work himself. Mm-hmm. So if he's Sauron, he's a man of the people.
He is.
He's down the
man
trenches,
of the orcs.
Down the trenches. Yeah. For sure. Because
gotta respect it. Gotta respect the leader who can get his hands dirty.
He never did that. I mean, he was way too. I mean,
he was literally an eye.
But he's starting from the bottom. And he's working his way all the way. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, no, I can't wait. It seems like it's getting right into it. It seems like we're gonna get Sauron really fucking early, which is it's insane.
Yeah, I'm very. It's getting better. It's getting better. I'll be honest. It's getting a lot better, and I'm excited for it. I'm gonna give it a chance. Season 1. There's a lot of stuff you got to develop, and for the story arc and everything. So season 1. I'm gonna give a little bit of grace too, but I'm excited for it. I'm ready for episode 4 already.
Yeah, I think the complaints are still just absolutely. I mean, there's some things to complain about, but it's mostly race still. I mean, it's the same people that are very upset about Game of Thrones right now because there's black people in Game of Thrones in this season.
Game of Thrones is fantastic. I'm still mad at them for the way the original ended, but dude, House of Dragons has been tremendous.
If you're a fantasy fan right now, you are very spoiled. Yes. Unless you're a bitter nerd, which a majority of them are.
They are.
Then unless you're a racist nerd, you've never been more upset in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're a racist right now and you're a fan of these things, you're like, they are turning my life. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm excited for the next episode. We don't even have a name yet.
No, we don't. It's TBA at this point. All of them are. Yep. All right, guys. Well, that is our review and recap for episode 3 of Rings of Power. Adar, if you like what you've seen here, please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. Thank you so much for watching and listening. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus, and until next time.
Bye.